Hello everybody, I'm Joshua and welcome to this Sims 3 house building video. Now today I'm building a house in Midnight Hollow and it is called Midnight Manor. Now this is quite a large house and that's why this video is quite long. So I do apologize for that, but hopefully you can watch through most of it or the whole thing. Well anyway, so right now I'm just starting out with the foundation, and as I said before, it is quite a large house. It's 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. Now, before I get too into it, I do want to tell you about something I did recently. I created a new second channel called The Game Meister, where I'm playing other games such as Minecraft. I already started a Minecraft Let's Play and a Minecraft Let's Build on that channel, so you can go check it out. I'll have a link in the description. So it would be what's the right way to say this? I would be very happy if you go check that out. So right now I'm just doing the fencing on the balcony, or the front porch rather, and so yes, this house is in Midnight Hollow, so it's kind of spooky. It's very dark, and it is also quite large. So you know, it's got a study and a library, quite a large living room, and as I said before, 4 bedrooms, and it's also got a secret little 3rd floor attic, which you can only access via a secret bookcase door, which is actually quite exciting. But anyway, right now I'm doing the roof. So I don't think it took me that long to build it. It was mainly furnishing. But took me a very long time. Because there is a lot of rooms, and I wanted to detail it a lot. I spent a lot of time detailing all the rooms and making the furniture as nice as it could be. Some of the colors I used are a bit controversial, but you know, for the most part, I think it turned out quite nicely. So right here, I'm just choosing a roof color. I did a light gray, and I also have these wood panel siding, and not that color. I use a different wood, though I accidentally leave some bits behind when I change it, which you'll see at the end. I'm sorry about that, but never mind. Right now I'm doing some shingles. So really the house is this wood paneling. It's going to be a different one, as I said before, and these wood shingles. So it's kind of bright considering the world. I mean, I use like light colored shingles, but you know, it's still kind of spooky. So I think it turned out quite nicely. Right here I'm doing the stone. Yeah, the stone in the house is a dark gray, I believe. It looks like it's going to be a dark gray. Though I think I change it to brown? I don't know. I think I might stay that way. So right here I'm just continuing on the shingles. The wood shingles. And there's some more paneling on the turrets. And I'm putting in some dormers. So there's 4 dormers. Actually, there's more on the final house. At the end, I add more. So you'll see that. So right now, I'm going to start on windows. I spent a bit of time on windows, and I actually end up deleting some of them and redoing it later because I wasn't very pleased with it. So there's a little bay window there, and there's a window over the front door there. I don't remember which one oh yeah, I know which ones I go with. Yeah, I go with those for ambitions. Yeah, so I went with like a light creamy color for the windows. There's no wood. I didn't use wood, interestingly enough, but you know, it still looks quite nice. So I use these windows down there on that, what do you call it, that bay window. And right here, that's going to be the living room. So I put in a few big windows. I don't know how many I use. I think I just used 2. Yeah, I just used 2 nice large windows from Supernatural there. So you have nice light coming into your living room, even though there isn't much light in Midnight Hollow. So never mind. Right here is the turret, one of the turrets. So I just put in a bunch of windows on that. And here's the other turret. As I said before, there's going to be a secret 3rd floor, which I haven't done yet. I am going to add that in later. So right now I'm going to do landscaping, I believe, or maybe not. I don't know. I did all the landscaping first, and then I went in to do the house, so you'll see that. So here I changed the wood. I changed it to a different pattern. That's what I changed it to. It's a little bit nicer in my opinion, though I did miss some areas on the sides of the turret, which was a little bit unfortunate. I also changed the color of the shingles, apparently. Or no, I don't think I do. No, I don't. Never mind. I was going to, but I didn't. And I changed the roof as well. So I'm adding some details here. Now I did put like all the roof stuff, like all the little details added on the roof are from Midnight Hollow, I believe. So that's where you find it all. That's where it all came from. And I have this nice little thing on the top of the roof, but it glitches out, like the colors glitch, and I couldn't fix it. So I do apologize for that. You'll see that shortly. So right now I put in some more windows. I'm doing the windows right here. Yeah, I put in these windows from that part of the house, and the front steps are going in, which is exciting. And I believe I do landscaping at this point. I'm not sure which order I did things in. I was going to do a gate, but I ended up using like an archway from Island Paradise, actually. They have that right there, which I used on the front and back. I thought it was quite nice once you made it a bit darker of a color. It kind of fit in. Yeah, so here's some bushes coming in. I did actually quite a lot of landscaping. I mean, I think the whole yard is very lush. If you could use lush for these plants. They're very dark. All the plants I used, not all of them, but the majority of the plants I used are from Midnight Hollow. They're like all dark, spooky things. All the trees as well. So you got that creepy tree on the corner there. It looks like a fine thing. So here's the roof pieces. These things glitch out. You can see they're already glitching out with the color, like some are darker, like that one dark one. Later on, they do the same thing, but I'm unable to fix it, so yes, I'm sorry about that, but it looks nice right now. I also put these spires on it, not on the top of the turrets, because that looked ridiculous, but I put a couple on there, and these little details on top of the dormers, which look quite nice. I liked them anyway. Yeah, so that's pretty much the roof. I also add some more dormers later on, as I said before, and yeah, so you'll see that. So right now, I'm just filling with the roof stuff again. I'm adding some more in. I thought it looks really nice. I like these things. Yeah, I think they add some nice detail. Anyway, I'm not sure what I'm doing. I had that little bell thing from Island Paradise at the top of that thing as well, that turret. So right now I'm doing the front walkway, which is actually a pattern from World Adventures. It's not a base game terrain paint, so I'm sorry about that, but never mind. Right here I'm doing the deck color. I went with a dark color, of course, and so yes. I believe I'll do the floor plan now. So here comes the stairs, which I put there. And that's going to be the study, and this large space here, that's going to be the library that I just walled in. And now we're doing the bedrooms. That's going to be the master, and then I have 3 others. And that little octagonal room, or hexagonal or octagonal, I don't have time to count all the sides. That's going to be the secret room that leads up to the top. So you'll see that. So there's the front door I just recolored. And some more landscaping is coming in. I'm doing the fence, or the wall, rather. I'm doing the wall around the whole property, so, you know, creatures don't come roaming into your yard. So, yeah, so that's the wall, and the stair color, of course, has to change. And all the little foundation pieces. I actually use stilted foundations under all the balconies and decks. Not balconies, all the porches is a better word. I use stilted foundations, and they cut away the real foundation, which is kind of annoying, but you don't really notice it, so I kept it. So there's another archway out the back. Some more trees. I used some dead trees and some of the spooky trees from Midnight Hollow. And I put all this heather under like growing out from underneath the porch, which I thought was quite nice. Some sunflowers, some little more plants, just filling it out. And I also put a fountain where I'm putting plants right now. And on this side, near the back, there's going to be a greenhouse, which I've just moved away from, so you'll see that soon. Actually, right now, here we go. I'm building the greenhouse. It's actually really large. It's quite big. I used the greenhouse roof pieces and the windows from the Stone's Throw greenhouse from the store. So you can see that right now. I'm just putting in all the windows. And it actually turns out quite nicely. I like the greenhouse. It's the first time I've done a proper greenhouse by itself. So, it turned out quite nicely. So I like this little back area where you have like 3 paths, like one to the back step, one to the greenhouse, and one to the archway leading out the back of the house, like off the property. I don't know, I really like that. It's like a little courtyard thing, kind of, but never mind. We're in the greenhouse. I put like a dark terracotta floor, lots of plant pots. I put a little corner for potting, if you want to do that, if you want to grow plants into the ground itself. But lots of plant pots, so you have plenty of places to plant stuff. And there's also some large potted plants and these little lanterns, because I couldn't put ceiling or wall lights because it's all glass. So I ended up putting all these little lanterns all over the floor. So that worked quite well. Some little kumquat plants, I believe, from the store. And some more plants over here. I also put in a little sitting area from outdoor seating, which is from outdoor living stuff. So, little seats, a little table as well. So, got a little sitting area, and I also put some lamps around that as well. Some more little candle lights, and you can see it lights it up quite well. And a little gnome as well, because he's he's quite jolly. So there you go. That's the greenhouse. I was really quite pleased with it. I think it turned out quite well. So I'm just throwing some plants around the outside of it, and yeah, a little more. There's another pathway, and I also added a pond out the back as well. And I think that's it for landscaping now. I will go back later and add some more plants, and I also add a fountain as well. So right now on the inside, I'm adding in some doors, I believe. I don't know what I'm doing right here. Oh yeah, here's where I do the third floor. I put a ladder in this little octagonal room, and I start to add some walls up here. You can see here I start creating a little third floor. I have to alter the roof slightly to fit it in, but you know, quirks. Sorry, jumbled words there. It works quite well. Yeah, so it's kind of blended in. You can't really tell from outside anyway. So at first I started by connecting the two turrets, and then I thought I could add more, so I ended up connecting all the dormers to it as well. I just put in the secret bookcase door, if you noticed that. I just did it a few seconds ago. And right now, yeah, here we go. I'm expanding the third floor. So I add in this little area here, this little corridor with the dormers coming off of it. And you can see all the roof pieces glitching out there. I was able to fix them this time, but not later. Spent like half an hour on it, and I couldn't get them to work, so you know, they just ended up being, some being darker than others on the final product, so I do apologize for that. But anyway, I'm just doing a little bit of painting on the walls, some more shingles under the roof, just so it looks nice when the roof is down. And right now, I'm going to do the archways. So yeah, I'm doing archways here, and choosing one. It takes me a little bit of time to choose an archway. Yeah, that's the one I go with. I believe, nope, yeah, it is. Yeah, that's the archway I go with. So right now I'm just changing the color of it and color on all the doors as well. I believe I changed the wood. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I just sit here playing around with the colors for quite a little bit of time. Yeah, so that's going to be the study right there. And right now I'm doing the archway to the kitchen. And that's the living room where I was putting the windows and the fireplace in. It's quite a nice living room. I am quite pleased with it. So I'm just adding a fireplace in. There are two fireplaces in this house. There's one in the study and one in the living room. And one of the chimneys goes up through the laundry room in the master bedroom, but it actually looks okay. It's not too bad. So you'll see that. So right here's the one in the study. It goes right there. And I originally had one in the kitchen, but I got rid of it. So yes. So right now, what am I doing? I'm adding doors in. Yes, I'm adding doors in everywhere, just to make it look good. And of course, so it's easy access for your sim. So here's the back steps going in there, and the side steps as well. There's also a side door, and there's a little side door as well. Yes. So right now, I'm not sure what I'm doing. Oh yes, no, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I'm doing a little moon dial, I believe it is, on that side of the yard, and a bunch of flowers around it. So right now, I'm kind of just finishing off the landscaping. And over here, I put in some rocks and a fountain, which you'll see in a moment. I was talking about it before. What am I doing? I'm looking for some kind of sculpture. Yeah, here's the fountain, which I put on that side of it. Yep, right there. So you have a little fountain. I put a little pathway to it as well, which is quite nice. So there's a little pathway. And so yes, so that's pretty much the outside done. I don't believe I go back out there for anything else. But anyway, some more trees, and we're heading to the balcony, or the porch. I always call it a balcony, even though it's really a porch. I put a little potted plants on there, the front, and I also add some potted plants out the back as well, right here. So I'm just adding little potted plants, and so yes, so that's the yellow potted plant there. So that's the outside, and some little lights as well, so your Sims can see at night, even though the night is almost the same as the day, so it doesn't really make a difference. But there you go. So we're going to be moving on to the entranceway, which I use dark wood throughout the entire house, as you can see. But anyway, back to the entranceway. Well, I was doing it. I'm always jumping around, so I think I'm going to do something and then I don't do it, which is just fabulous. Oh, I'm back outside. Fantastic. All right, okay, we're back inside. And I'm looking for a statue to go in that little area there. I end up with this lady holding something. I don't know what it is. I just keep searching through all the stuff. Oh, yeah, there it is. She's holding a basket of something. I don't know what. And I did a little fancy tile floor design around her as well. I think it's just black and white, gray and white. Oh, gray and black, sorry. So I think it turned out quite nicely. So we're going to be doing the entrance. So I got some nice wallpaper. I like the wallpaper I use in this house. I use different kinds of it in every room, and of course, as you would expect. So right there, I did green in the entrance, and making the stairs nice dark wood. And there's a little mat on the floor, so your Sims can wipe their feet off and don't, even though it's stone, actually. It doesn't matter, they won't spoil the carpet. I was about to say that, but they won't. Yeah, there's a little cabinet there. I also do some shelves, I believe. Some little candle lighting, a little plant there, which kind of blocks the cabinet, but it's alright. Oh, some books. Yeah, those books you'll see throughout the entire house, like all the time. I use those books multiple times in every room, but not every room, but almost every room. But anyway, just finishing off the entrance, I put a shelf over here, and this is a deligracy thing. I put a picture like it's leaning on the shelf, kind of. It's just really low on the wall, but it looks like it's kind of leaning on the shelf, against the wall. And yeah, so that's pretty much the entrance. Right now I'm moving on to the study, where I go with like turquoise colored walls, and there's the fireplace. I'm just choosing the color of that right now. And a little painting. I do a painting over it. Yeah, there we go. And some lighting. Let's get some lights in there. And what am I doing right now? Yeah, I'm applying a desk. I quite like that desk. I never use it. Yeah, but it looks quite nice. So I use that desk and a couple chairs here, which I spent a little bit of time choosing the color of. So yeah, a couple chairs, and I believe I put in a rocking chair. Yep, there we go, rocking chair facing the desk. And I also put a little chair behind the desk, of course, so your Sims can sit. There's no computer on the desk, so it kind of makes it a bit useless, but that's alright. Some lanterns around the couch and a little lamp as well. A little potted plant in the corner. And this rug, which I use so many times in this house. I've never used it before, and I use it all these times in this house, which I quite like it, though. It kind of a spooky feel to it, especially when you make it a certain color. So that looks quite nice. I also got a little table for the rocking chair, and some books, of course. Those are the books. They're coming back on either side of the fireplace, so I put one blocking the door. So that was a bit tragic. So right now I'm just searching for a decorative object that I can use. I use that thing, like someone's reconstructing broken pottery. Threw it onto the desk, a little piggy sculpture on the mantle, a mirror on the wall, and I also put an elaborate shelving unit behind the desk. I use a couple of bookshelves and some shelves. And I put some objects on there, some decorative objects, just to make it look kind of nice. So yes, that's the study, kind of. Almost done. Yeah, throwing a bunch of little bottles and stuff, a lamp on the desk to light up the room a bit better, and some curtains. I believe I go with red. Yep, some red curtains. Yeah, so that's pretty much the study. And I think we move on to the living room next. I'm not sure. I'm never sure, to be honest. No, with the dining. Nope, I don't know. There's a little chair area over here. I go with gray walls in the living room and dining room, gray stripes, and I make a little purple chair. Yes, we do the dining room first, actually. And I love these chairs from Movie Stuff. And to be honest, though, they're so big, I don't think any of them are usable, except for the one on the end closest to the camera. So that's a bit of a tragic thing, but it's alright. I was originally going to do red and black chairs, but then I changed them multiple times. The chair's color does change massively over the course of this dining room creation. Yeah, just back to the greenhouse for a second. Yeah, so right now I'm changing the pattern on them. I was going through a bunch of different stuff. I was going to use that, but then it looked pretty ugly, so I didn't. This is what I ended up going with. I ended up going with like a white and gray, I believe. No, I don't know. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I end up using. It looks quite nice, and I have black chairs at each end. So right now I'm doing the curtains. I go with whatever color I go with, gray. I go with gray curtains, which kind of cover up the window, but there's no light coming in the first place, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so right there's a little runner in the hallway, and a rug under the dining table as well. And I don't know what color I go with, so I guess we'll see. Oh, that's what I do. It's just gray. A lot of gray in this room. Kind of like a purpley gray, I guess. And there's a little lamp next to that chair, right there. And the living room. Now, with the living room, it all starts off kind of, slightly, I don't know, on the kind of gray, boring side. And then I spice it up a bit. You'll see as we progress through this room. And this is probably the most controversial room. I don't know if you're gonna like it, but I guess we'll see. So I love that couch. It's a nice button back, I guess. I don't know, tufted, whatever, leather couch. And I also have this chair here, which actually ends up in the master bedroom. I use a different chair from what is it? Showtime. I use that white chair from Showtime, and these pink chairs, which I quite like. I don't know why I like the pink. And then I'm doing the what am I doing? I don't know. I'm looking for something. Oh yeah, I was gonna do this coffee table with these sawhorses and shelves. That didn't work, so I ended up using a normal coffee table, which is that one there. And then I put a lamp in, that nice little lamp there between the chairs. And yeah, so that's pretty much the furniture done. And then I put in a television. That one there, the classic old TV from the base game, and a little painting, quite a giant painting over the fireplace. And the books, they make a comeback, more books. And I'm changing the color of the television, and a little table. I don't know what I'm looking at. Oh, some barrels. Yeah, I use the barrels in the kitchen. I like the barrels. I don't even know where they're from. They're probably from World Adventures, but I have no idea. So there's a plant and another plant in the corner. And around the back of the room, oh, here's the rug, yeah. I use this quite shocking red rug from Supernatural. It looks like multiple rugs, but it's not. It's just one rug. And you can't change the red, but you can change other colors on it, so I use that. It kind of brightened up the room. So there's a chess table behind the sofa with a interestingly patterned chair. You'll see when I get to it. I believe I use pink and gray. And yeah, that's it right there. And I'm changing the rug color there. And yeah, that's the rug, which is quite bright. I don't know if it fits in with the room, but I like it a lot, so it's staying. And a little painting over the radio, and a plant in the corner, I believe. Looking for the right plant. There it is. And curtains, of course, for a little bit of privacy, and some lighting. Yes, that's the living room done, and we're moving on to the kitchen, which the kitchen I was actually really pleased with. I like the kitchen a lot. I have these nice tile walls, which you'll see in a moment as I get to them, and that little shelf with the plates on it I quite like as well. I use that elsewhere in the room. Yeah, there's the tile on the countertop, and then I put it on the wall. I don't know why, I just really like that tile. It just looks really nice. So there's the plate shelf. I like that. I think it's from Supernatural as well. There's a lot of Supernatural stuff in this house. There's the barrel, and I also use the second one later on. So we got a navy blue refrigerator in here, kind of around the corner, which is a little bit odd, but I like it. And then we also get a navy blue washer and dryer later as well. Old-timey stove. And I was going to do like this farm sink, which is also a Deligracy thing, but it didn't work very well, so I didn't use it. Instead, I just used a normal sink on the counter and a dishwasher, navy blue dishwasher, and these little stained glass cabinets with corn stained glass pattern on them, which is quite interesting. Well, anyway, that's pretty much the kitchen. A little pots and pan rack, a little fire alarm, burglar alarm, to make sure no unpleasantries come into the house, and some blue curtains, and also some bar stools as well for the island. And I also put a little couch in the turret. A little blue couch, or gray, I'm not sure what it is. It's gray. And another barrel, because that's nice. And some towels. Well, one towel, sorry. A towel on the wall for washing or drying your hands. And some lemonade on the counter, and a little painting. And that's pretty much it. I like the kitchen a lot. I think it turned out quite nicely. Quite detailed, like the rest of the house. That was one thing I wanted to do in this house, is make it very detailed. In the furnishing department, so right here is the bathroom on the first floor, the main floor bathroom. And it hasn't got a shower, but instead it's got a bathtub, which you'll see in a moment. So right there I have the countertops coming in, nice dark blue. And the same towel that's on the floor is also on the walls, which you can see. And there's a mirror over the sink, as you would expect. And, oh, I changed the mirror. There's a different mirror over the sink, and a couple lanterns, and a toilet there, of course. And there's so much space in here, I also throw a bathtub in. A nice clawfoot tub, and there's some towels for it. And yeah, that's pretty much the bathroom. It's a pretty basic little guest room on the first floor, guest bathroom. I also copied upstairs as well, with a shower. So right here is the laundry room. There's also a chimney in here, as well as a master bedroom, which is not very masterful, but I kind of work around it. Anyway, this is the laundry room, a bit cramped as to the chimney, but it's alright. I could have deleted it, but I didn't really want to, so I left the chimney in, kind of added some character, I guess. Well, anyway, that's the laundry, and I'm doing some outdoor lighting, and the second floor landing, I believe. Yeah, so this is the landing. I got a nice little railing there. I also put in, there's the bookcase. I also put in some rugs and a little table. So you just saw the bookcase at the end of the hallway. That's actually a doorway which leads to the little turret room with a ladder in it which leads to the third floor, which you'll see what I put up there later on. So right there I put a little table with a mirror over it, some more books of course. And we're moving on to the library. Now, the library, I used some very interesting colors in here, especially on the rug. So this room is pink and grayish cream, I guess. I don't know why I went with the pink. I did, and I kind of like it. I'm not so sure. It's a bit weird, but I guess you'll see. So there's got a desk in it with no computer as well. And these little newspapers are actually from Showtime, and they're supposed to be stage props, and they're actually in the chair section. But they look kind of cool as decorative objects, so I use them as decorative objects. Yeah, so there's a little plant in the corner, and yeah, I put a sofa in. I don't think any of the bookcases are usable because of all the furniture, so that's a thing. But anyway, I got some nice pink candelabras, I believe they're called. And then the rug, the dead pig rug. It's a cow pattern, but it's pink, so it looks like a dead pig. So, you know, that's a bit controversial there, but I use that and some pink curtains to go along with it. So there you go, that's the library. It's alright, I kind of like it. It's a bit different, you know, you have to build beyond the box, as my tagline is, or rather in this case, furnish beyond the box. Yeah. Some more books, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's the study, and we're moving upstairs briefly. Yes, the master bedroom. So the master bedroom is going to be green, and I really like the bed. I actually used a bed from World Adventures, and then I put in some columns to make it look like a four-poster bed, which I think turned out pretty cool. But you'll see that in a moment. So right now I'm choosing the wall color. I go with green, as I said before. That's the color I go with. And you can see the chimney kind of going through the room, which is a little bit weird. But I kind of left it. It was a little bit of an interesting design feature. Yeah, so I put a stage in for the bed, so, you know, like, people that live here can feel masterful as they sleep in their master bedroom with the chimney in it, which is not so masterful, but whatever. So I'm going to put in the bed there. Oh, I'm choosing a bed. That's the first bed I chose was the one I used. Yeah, there it is. And you'll see I put in the columns, which I really like. I never did that before, and I really like using columns to make it look like a four-poster bed. Turned out quite nicely, in my opinion. So doing the bedspread, I go with turquoise, I believe. Actually, no, it's not turquoise. Well, it's got like turquoise in it, but it's kind of like a dark green. Side end tables, and here come the columns. I was originally not going to use them as post, like the four-poster bit on the bed, but I did. And it actually looks really cool, so you can see I just did it there. And I put some paintings on the fireplace chimney, on the chimney, so, you know, it kind of looks like a little bit of a, looks a little bit better than it did. So of course the books at the end of the bed, and also you can see the chair from the living room that I was going to use before. Now they've appeared up here, and I put a little candelabra on there. Even though it's not little, it's actually a giant candelabra. And I believe I make it pink with green candles, which is an interesting combination. So right there's a big wardrobe, and I use a little dressing table as well. Right there. The chair, it's not supposed to have a chair, but I use a chair on it because it looks like it should have a chair, but whatever. I also use this rug again, but I don't use any controversial pattern on it this time. It's just a light cream, and what am I doing now? I found a little teacup. I put it in the kitchen, and some candles and some vases. Well, one vase and a plant, and a painting on this wall as well, and it's a painting on the opposite wall. I do that later. I'm doing curtains right now. I go with turquoise curtains, I believe. Yeah. Yes, we have some curtains, a bit of privacy, and yeah, so that's pretty much the master bedroom in its completed form. Just putting a plant behind the chimney, and our painting on the wall. So there you go, master bedroom. And we're going to do the master bathroom in a moment. Right, here we go. I come back later in the video and I change the tile in it on the counters and the wall, so you'll see that. But as for now, I'm doing the master bathroom, and it's not the nicest bathroom in the house. It's actually one of the guest bathrooms. It's a lot larger, but it's alright. You know, so it's got a tub, toilet, shower, and sink, everything you need in your bathroom. And there's the tile I use on the counters, which I didn't like, so I changed it later on, which you will see. There's a painting and some curtains and a mirror over the tub and a rug and some toilet paper, and yeah, that's pretty much the bathroom. You know, it's got everything you need, quite a lot of little details as well, which I like to do. So I believe we move on to a guest room next, so we'll see that. Yeah, what am I doing? Yeah, the guest room. So this bedroom is going to be blue, navy blue, and gold, which actually I really like. I like those two colors together. So you'll see that here. I got like a blue, navy blue plaid wallpaper, and one of my favorite beds in the game, I make it gold, which I quite like. I like the gold and the blue. It's one of my favorite color combinations, actually. I like gold and blue. So little turquoise lamps, which was a little bit brighter shade of the blue on the wall. And I also have a little dresser in the nook over there, kind of like half a turret, which is kind of odd, but... And of course, the books. You need the books. And a mirror over the little dresser, and I do gold around it. And this interesting wall of paintings, which I quite like. I got a lot of paintings on this one wall, but it turned out quite nicely. So you can see here, I'm just choosing them all, and there you go. Bam! You have your own wall of artwork. Yeah. So, a little plant in the corner, and that pretty much completes the bedroom. I also put a rug in. Pretty small, but it's a nice little guest room. And yes, so I also put curtains in. Of course, you need the curtains. So yeah, there we go. And some curtains there. And yeah. So, I'll also add in something else, I believe. No, I don't. Alright, moving on. We get to do the bathroom here, which is the same as the bathroom downstairs. I use all the same stuff in it. I just kind of copy and paste it, or clone it rather, up to the second level, and it's a small bathroom, but it's got everything you need. And yes, it's just for guests, you know, so they can suffer in their teeny little bathroom. Yeah, so just finishing that up quite quickly. I also put a painting on this wall as well, of a witch, I believe. And yes, that's that. So now we get to do the guest room. Oh yeah, I'm doing the bathroom. So this is going to be the ensuite bathroom for one of the guest bedrooms. I had a dormer on here for it, a little addition out the back, which is it's actually much nicer than the master bathroom, but it's all right. The bedroom's a lot smaller than the master bedroom, but it's got the bigger bathroom, so that's a thing. And we're moving on to the bedroom itself, I believe. No, I don't know. Oh, we're changing the master bathroom right now. So right there, here's I changed the tile in it, which I quite like. It's much nicer in my opinion. And yeah, that's all the changes to that bathroom. So now we're doing the bedroom with the large ensuite bathroom, and this bedroom's gonna be purple. As we had a green bedroom, a blue bedroom, and we get a purple one. It's also got a 4-poster bed, like the master, but this is a real one. It's not made out of columns. Yeah, so there's that bed from Supernatural, and of course it's purple. It's purple and gray actually. And little end tables on your side, which I make the appropriate wooden color with stone tops because that's just so fancy. I also use sconces instead of lamps, just to mix things up a bit. And I put a little plant on one and a little alarm clock on the other. So there's a dresser, and I also put a chair and a lamp, and I believe a table as well. So there's a little chair there, and you know, like a little reading nook in the corner of the bedroom, which is quite nice to have. Yeah, there's the lamp, one of my favorite lamps actually from Fastlane stuff, which is quite interesting. There's a little table there, and also a little plant on it, and a little mirror on that wall. And I also have a bottle of something and some perfumes on the dresser. And I also put a tapestry in and a painting. So we have a nice tapestry, which is kind of like a purple color to match the rest of the room. So I'm about to do the rug and the plant, which I put a nice little plant in the corner there, and curtains actually. I was completely wrong about the rug. I apologize. Curtains, and oh, here we go. Here's the rug. And yes, so that's the guest room. And also I'm going to do the bathroom now. As I said many times before, it's much nicer than the master bathroom, and I'm actually really quite pleased with it. So you'll see that as it comes about. So Got a nice tile floor in there, and I do something interesting with the counters here. I have these normal row of counters along the back, and then I use these little end tables from Supernatural to make like little additions to the counter. You'll see. So it's kind of like half the width of a normal counter, but it like extends it. I think I'm about to do it right now. I was originally going to use. I was originally going to use them as a table in the center of the room, but it didn't work. So there you go. You can see I make like little extensions on the other side, which I quite like. I use like one as like a little dressing table. I put like a little stool and a mirror, and yeah. So I actually quite like this bathroom. I think it turned out quite nicely. I mean, it's quite purple and pink, but I still like it. And there's a hair dryer there, and some more perfume bottles, I believe. I used a tissue box instead. And a little trophy shelf, which is interesting to find in your bathroom, but I threw one in there, and a little mat, and yeah, so that's pretty much the guest bathroom. It's quite a nice bathroom, considering it's the guest bathroom, but it turned out quite well. So, yeah, I think we're going to be moving on very shortly, though I'm probably wrong about that, because I always am wrong. Okay, yeah, we're moving on to the kids' room. So, the kids' room is very bright orange, and it's kind of cramped. I don't even know if you can actually get into the room. I threw so much stuff along the floor because it's such a small room as well. But I use a bunk bed here with different patterns on each bed. Yeah, so there you go, bunk bed, bam. And I'm going to throw in a little side table. I'm not like throwing it in, I'm placing it. A little side table with a lamp on it and a mirror. And there's a lot of toys in this room, which you'll see in a moment. Yeah, a bunch of stuffed animals, scary bears, I believe they are. A desk with no chair to it because there's no room, so, there's no chair for it. A little shelf on top of the desk, so it looks like I'm placing objects on top when I'm not. A rocking chair, some more bears, a little dollhouse, I believe. More toys, just toys all over the place. Fire truck, some octopus thingy, and yeah. That's pretty much it, and a little shelf I put as well on the other wall. Curtains, right now I'm doing curtains. Yeah, so that's pretty much the kids' room. Quite bright and cheerful, but I mean, it is a kids' room, so there you go. And recoloring the dollhouse. I also put a painting, which doesn't really quite suit the kids' room. It's like a very formal painting right there, which is a little bit odd, but, it fit the wall nicely. So right here, we're doing the secret room. Very exciting. The secret room, as you can see, the bookcase door leads to it. Just a turret. I put shades and blinds in all the windows, so people cannot see in. There's also a painting with a little table underneath it in here. So it's kind of nice. Yeah, that's it. And here we have the attic, and up here it's kind of like a witches or wizards, whatever, little station. So I have like an alchemy station, and I have a bunch of what's the word? Bunch of potions, I believe. Well, you can make potions. I have a bunch of wands, magic wands, and Bonehilda makes an appearance up there as well. So you get a little skeletal maid. She can be your minion and clean your house for you, which is very nice. So right now I'm just figuring out how to make the ladder actually work. And it's very dark up here, but again, it's the attic. And there's Bonehilda. She's having a good time in her coffin there. And a little what's it called? Gramophone. So she can listen to music, which is nice. And a little bookshelf as well. Some shelves there, which I'm doing. There's the alchemy station, and there's a gem cutter as well. So pretty much with this house, you have everything you need to make potions. I mean, you have the garden, so you can grow the plants. Then you have the gem cutter, so you can cut the gems. Then you have the alchemy station, so you can actually make the potions from all the ingredients. It's quite fantastic. It's very nice combination there. So right now I'm just changing the color of all the objects. And it's looking quite nice up here. Quite spooky, which is good. I mean, that was the whole idea behind it. Yeah, so I'm adding a grandfather clock as well. And, of course, the books make an appearance, because that's quite necessary. The old books, I use them everywhere in this house. I also believe I put a rug in, so it's just pretty basic, but it's quite spooky as well. So yeah, this house goes really well with Supernatural. I use a lot of Supernatural stuff in it, so I would definitely recommend downloading it if you have Supernatural. But anyway, this is coming to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. After the building, I also have some end shots for you to enjoy, and I hope you stick around for those because they are quite nice. Of course, I have some spooky music for them as well, which might give you shivers, so I apologize for that. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. So everybody have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time, and have a great day. Bye. And yes.